So, good morning guys, happy, what day is it, Sunday. So, the girls are currently, what are you doing girls?
Well, I'm trying to sort out that.
The bead makes sense, Jenna's making a bracelet. I am just started to cook a fry up for everybody, so we're going to have a nice fry up. And the girls are doing bracelets. And what are you two waiting for?
The hot tub!
So I filled it yesterday, cleaned it all out, filled it, we brought a second-hand one. And it said it can take 20 hours to heat up. So we put it on about 6 o'clock last night, it started heating up. It's currently on about 28 degrees. So we've got a few more degrees to go, because I've set it to 40 for the first time. And yeah, so...
I don't want it cool.
No, it won't be, because it's outside and it's not very warm outside. So later on I think Mummy and the girls are going to go sit in the hot tub, and I've got some more things to do in the garden, and then I'll have a little dip later on. So yeah, we'll catch you. You're done.
After Bella's work, she's bringing her.
Oh, is she? And apparently after work Bella's coming round to sit in the hot tub as well. So looks like it's a garden hot tub day today, is it?
Yeah, I think we've got hot tub all day.
All day Tiana's going to sit in it. So yeah, we'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
Good morning everybody, happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend, or you've had a lovely weekend. By the time you watch this, it's going to be Sunday night, and you're all probably sitting there thinking, ugh, Monday again tomorrow. But nonetheless, hope you all had a nice weekend, getting up to whatever you got up to. I think Kev's already started this vlog this morning, when he was cooking the cooked breakfast. The girls are currently outside in the hot tub. It's only 32 degrees. We were just fed up with it ever since they got up this morning. Can we go in the hot tub? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? No, it's not ready yet. It's not going to be ready for another couple of hours. In the end, we were like, just knock yourselves out. Just go for it. So they've been in there for probably the last 45 minutes. I was really hoping it was going to help Felicity's knee, with the massage of the bubbles. She actually can't stand the pain of the bubbles. The bubbles are actually hurting her leg. So I know that this isn't just her being frightened of moving her leg. It really is a genuine amount of pain in her leg. So I don't know. Monday tomorrow, I'm gonna, do a few phone calls, see if I can. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even say. See if I can get a second opinion, because we've already had a second and third opinion, and we're not getting anywhere. But anyway, nonetheless, they're both out there, like little mermaids in the hot tub. But if you're watching this video and you've watched our videos for a wee while and you enjoy our videos, then I need a favour from you. I need a favour. Would you be as kind as to share our channel on your socials, on your Facebook, your Instagram, all of those things? Would you share it and be like, hey guys, I watched this channel and they're all right. Give them a watch. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I need this favour. My husband is currently in the garden throwing everything out. Everything is destined for the flipping tip. He's on a massive mission to sort the garden out. Now, the garden needs sorting out this time of year. Everyone's gardens do, don't they? Before you go into the spring, summer. But even more so this year, we are going to be hosting Reese's 18th birthday in the garden. Weather, hopefully, will be on our side. But his birthday, his 18th is in May, and we were planning to do a sort of a pub function room like we did for Jamie's. But no one will take an 18-year-old party this year. Last year we were struggling to find someone that would do it, but we did end up finding someone. But the person that did it 2 years ago for Jamie no longer is is no longer in charge of that pub. It's under new management, and they won't take 18-year-old parties. So Reese is like, it's fine. I'll have a barbecue in the garden. It's kind of tradition. Reese is the only birthday that is in the nice part of the year. Sienna's is okay, September, normally still, hanging on to the summer then. But Reese, for years and years, 18 years almost, has always had a barbecue for his birthday. So he's like, why change the habit of a lifetime just because it's my 18th? I'll have a barbecue. So me and Kev are a bit like, okay, we definitely need to sort the garden out. We've been just making do and making do for the last couple of summers. We're down to 3 garden chairs. We were just using the camping ones last year, and the barbecue's broken, and yeah, everything needs replacing at once. But Kev wants to throw it all out. He wants to take it all to the tip, like today, like yesterday. He's like, right, trampoline's knackered, that's going to the tip. And then Sienna turned around to him and went, well, when will my new one be arriving? Kev was like, knowing full well he hasn't actually ordered her a new one, nor can we afford to order her a new one. So he's like, okay, maybe we'll just buy a new surround for it, like the new padding, and make do with it, and I'll give the bounce pad a jet wash. So yeah, everything costs an absolute fortune. So if you just share this channel with your fat friends and family, that'd be a help. But yeah, they're going through the hot tub. Kev's outside. What are you doing at the moment? Strimming the grass.
Yeah.
Or what's left of our grass. We don't have very good grass in our garden. But that's because we've got all those fir trees. How much did they say the other day?
About 300-400 quid, but it has to be done within the next couple of weeks because of nesting.
Yeah, so if you've been here for a while, you'll know that our garden is surrounded by massive conifers. They don't belong to anyone. They're on what's called no man's land. There's a driveway that runs up to a house behind the garden, and where the conifers are growing is no man's land. So no one takes responsibility for it. A few years ago, somebody that was currently living in one of the flats near to us, their garage backs onto it. This is all far too much information. You don't even need to know all of this. But anyway, he went up and chopped them all down. And then that was about, I don't know, probably 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And they've all grown back like massive. But because they are so big, they take all of the goodness out of the garden, so our grass doesn't grow. And when we look back at like old pictures from when we first moved into this house, we had lovely green grass, but the conifer trees were much smaller. Now they're like massive. None of the houses along this row have got these conifers around them, have decent grass. So that was another reason for keeping the trampoline, because I was like, what are you going to do? Underneath the trampoline is just dust. And it's not going to grow. It's not going to grow back luscious and lovely grass, even if you attempt to dig it over, which you wouldn't be able to do without a rotavator because of all of the roots from the trees. Ain't going to happen, is it? So it's just going to be a mud bath, which will be left behind. But there were some guys like cutting some trees down at the front of the house, and Kev stopped them and said, would you give us a sort of quote for how much it would cost to cut these back? And it was a few £100s, but he says it needs to be done within the next couple of weeks due to birds nesting or something, because they are like a little wildlife park out there. There's always a magpie that has a bath in the gutter above my bedroom window every morning, and if I've got the curtains slightly open, I can see his tail poking over the edge. And then I was walking in the back door the other day and started getting wet. I thought it was raining. I was like, what, is it raining? And it was a blackbird having a bath in our very blocked guttering that needs clearing out. That's another job to add to the very big list of jobs. But anyway, Kev's been out there for the last couple of evenings. He's been rectifying our fence with these feather boards, which I'll show you in a minute. It looks so much better than it did before, but you know, it's not a professional job, but it's going to serve a purpose. It stops the rabbit escaping, and it's given us some privacy. So yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. But if you want to share our channel with your friends and family, so I can get some more views, so I can afford to replace all of this stuff that my husband's taken to the tip, that would be grand. So this is what Kev's done with the feather boards. He's put them into the existing fence, but they're higher than the existing fence, which we like because it gives us more privacy. But it's given us gaps, obviously, between where the concrete posts are. So I've been looking on Amazon, and you can get some over the fence hanging baskets that are like long ones, and then with a hook and then another hook. I can't actually get my finger into, oh there you go, a hook here and a hook here with a big basket in between. And then I was thinking if I get a couple of those and then plant some like trailing plants into them, then that would cover the gaps. If not, I don't know, Kev might have to do something from the other side, but I don't know how it would work because the fence posts are concrete, but it's so much better. The rabbit can't escape. The very end panel is the old boards that we had that were just filling gaps where the rabbit was escaping, but it stopped serving the purpose after a while and the rabbit found other places to get out. But he definitely can't get out of this garden now. It looks better than it was, but like I was saying, it was just, this cost about just over £200, whereas having somebody professional in to take it all down and put in a brand new fence would have probably cost us about £1,000. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it serves a purpose and it looks better than what it did look. But this is what I'm talking about, the climbing frame. We've had this climbing frame for a whole decade. We bought it new the year we moved into this house, so just over, we've been here 11 years. We've probably had the climbing frame for about 10 and a half years, and it has had so much use. We've replaced the swings, we've replaced the trapeze bar a couple of times because the old one's like perished, but it's absolutely knackered. But it's lasted us such a long time, and we are going to replace it, but it's a little bit annoying because we know that when we replace it, it won't get another 10 years worth of use. It's probably only going to get another 4 years at most, you know, 4 years. Oh, don't even mention the word grandkids. Kev's like, it might do, there'll be grandkids. Oh no, please no. The trampoline, like I just said, Kev is actually going to just order a new one of those pads to go around it and give it a good jet wash. Probably get some black tape to try and make good of what foam is left. You can probably get replacement foam, to be fair. I'll have a look. The rabbit cage, that needs replacing. So that's broken over the winter as well. We've just had to patch it up with some wood because he was escaping, because he is a massive escape artist. Custard, I don't know why I call him as if he's going to respond to his name, but yeah, he was escaping out of the cage, through the fence, he was escaping everywhere. But yeah, bit by bit, hopefully get this garden a little bit more ready for spring and summer. Look how much bird poo is on. Oh, you can't see it in the camera, but there's loads of bird poo where the birds sit on the blooming top of that surround as well. But yeah, we're getting there. Girls are in the hot tub having the time of their life, although they've been in there for over an hour. In a minute, I'm going to get you out, and then I was thinking we could bake a cake. No? Oh my god, I thought they might actually be...
Well, no, they need to get out because I've got to paint the fence.
I thought they'd be encouraged out by the thought of baking a cake, but apparently not.
No,
But before that, I've got to go upstairs to the carpet cleaner, haven't I, Felicity Baldwin?
It was not me. It was that little bit there.
Well, someone has got blue eyeshadow all over their brand new carpet.
It was you. It was you. It was you. It was you.
So somebody, nobody wants to admit who, opened this eyeshadow palette, and that blue eyeshadow all over the carpet, and it looks like they tried to clear it up themselves and just spread it further. So yeah, I'm gonna strip their beds, get the carpet cleaner out, and try and bring that back to what it's supposed to look like. I mean, the carpet's what, 2 weeks old? 2 weeks, eyeshadow all over it. So all the makeup that belongs to the younger ones is going to be taken out of here, and if they want to play makeup, they've got to do it at my dressing table. Thought it was going to be a simple case of just grabbing some carpet shampoo and the carpet cleaner and it would have come straight up, but it's not budging. It is not budging at all. It now looks worse wet than it did when it was dry. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to put some carpet shampoo onto it directly and then hope that when it has some time to sit that I can get it up. Otherwise, we're just going to have a blue tinge to the carpet by the bed, because that is going nowhere at the moment. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to these not being a permanent feature in my life. A permanent feature on the kitchen side. medicine. In fact, I actually went to the pharmacy and asked them if I could buy like their cheaper, bigger bottles of 6+ Calpol, because 6+ Calpol gets expensive. So I managed to buy this. I think this was like £5, something like that. It's about, I'd say it's almost twice the size of the stuff you buy in the shop, and they don't mind it, to be fair. But it's not the girls this time, it's Riley. Riley has been running a temperature for the last 24 hours. He fell asleep in the middle of the afternoon yesterday, unheard of, never happens. He always used to be a really early riser, however that's not quite the case anymore. Since he started secondary school, he moans every morning about having to get up, so he's slowly inching into teenagerhood. And not wanting to get up in the morning at all, you know. They like to wake up in the afternoon. But yeah, he's had a temperature for the last 24 hours, got a sore throat. I've had a look with the torch on my phone, isn't looking yucky as of yet, but I'm hoping it stays that way and it doesn't turn into tonsillitis. But it's so annoying. They've got 4 days left at school. In fact, Riley's got 3.5 because they've got a half day. Why could it not have waited a few more days until the Easter holidays? He has almost got 100% attendance. He's out of all of the kids, he's the one that has the best attendance because he doesn't have to go to physio appointments and hospital appointments and so on, which seems to be my life at the moment. In fact, I've got physio tomorrow with Summer and I'm waiting for an appointment to come through for Felicity. But yeah, he almost had 100% attendance, but that's going out the window because I can't see him going to school tomorrow, as he was awake at 4 o'clock this morning, shivering again with a temperature. Hasn't stopped him, however, shouting with his mates on the PlayStation today. I thought we might get a break from that, but no, apparently having a sore throat might stop you eating as well as you usually do, but it doesn't stop you yelling to your mates. Although he's having to do that via his phone, because this morning Sienna was in his bedroom playing on the PlayStation, got the wire of the headset underneath the wheel of the computer chair and snapped it clean in half, completely snapped it. So I've got to replace that. I just said, can we just wait till Friday? Because Argos are doing 20% colleague discount on Friday. Can we wait till then? Because that would be helpful if I can get it with 20% discount. But anyway, I need to make some lunch for the girls. Not a clue what I'm going to do. I might just do them sandwiches. Might just do them a sandwich and some strawberries and such. Give them lunch. Kev's outside jet washing the patio and the garden rug, which we should have packed up and put away over winter, but we didn't, and it's green. But it might come up clean with a bit of bleach and a jet wash. We shall find out in a minute. The water company are probably currently looking at our house going, what on earth? Is there a burst pipe? Filled up the hot tub last night, jet wash going today, a lot of water. But we've had a lot of rain, so I'm not going to be worried about that, because the amount of rain we've had, I think we can all use water to our heart's content.
Right, all I want to know is, I'm painting the fence, I'm halfway through. What happened to baking a cake and sorting the front room out?
Nothing!
If anyone's wondering what living with teenagers is like, it looks a bit like this. Just gone to make a cake and I'm thinking, why are the scales not turning on? Turn it over. PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. I'm imagining, that would be my guess, is that someone has stolen the batteries to use in a controller of some description. But yeah, that's what it's like. That is what it's like. I was about to make a Victoria sponge. Kev's going to run down the shop and get some batteries. Because yeah, I'm not making a Victoria sponge. I'm also not running down the shop because I'm currently wearing pyjama bottoms, Christmas ones at that. But I couldn't resist it any longer. I wanted to try out the hot tub, so I had a sit down in the hot tub with the kids, and then a really knotty hair problem because Sienna didn't tie her hair up, so then it got all matted, but it's all washed, dried, and back how it's supposed to be. But yeah,
back to it?
I don't know. There was no back on it. I just turned over and that's what it looked like.
Well, there was a back before.
There was a back before someone stole them. But yeah, I'm gonna make a cake when I've got some batteries. I've not been for a walk along this canal for ages. I've just been out for a walk with Bella's mum Laura and her dog, and I'm just on my way back home now, and I just thought I'll go along the canal path, which is something I haven't done for ages. One, because it's been winter, and two, which I've just been talking to Laura about, I become so anxious. I never ever used to be an anxious dog walker, ever. I used to take Charlie all over the place, up on the hills, along the canal, round all the farmers' fields, and although I still do those things, I don't do them like I used to do them. And when I'm doing them, I feel like there's going to be somebody lurking around every corner, that someone's going to be there, which is absolute madness. But as I've got older, my brain has done crazy things. But I just thought, the thing is with the canal, is as lovely as it is, if you were unlucky enough to be being followed, you can't get off. I mean, some of you are probably watching this thinking, nobody would want to abduct you anyway. You talk too much. But I always say that to the kids. No one would steal you anyway, and if they did, they'd bring you back. You'd be so annoying, they'd be straight back round. You can have her back. You can have him back, he talks too much. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd just take the canal path back home. And so far, there's not been any weirdos lurking around corners. I just saw a couple of people running, that was it. Just turned the camera off, and then I thought, oh, I could tell you the story about the scariest thing I've ever seen along the canal path. I'm about to walk under the bridge, which always makes me worry there's going to be a bike coming towards me, because Charlie doesn't have much sense around bikes. He doesn't move out the way, he just runs at them. He's almost had a couple of people off their bikes in the past. No, we're good, we're all good. But yeah, the scariest thing I've ever seen walking along the canal was a swan, a great big daddy swan in the middle of the path, protecting the mummy swan and the baby swans. And I was just on my own with Charlie, couldn't go past, could not get past this swan. I had to turn around and walk back the other way. I had to pull the plug on that walk. I was like, no, I'm not fighting with him. He was probably scarier than anything else I could have encountered along the canal path. But I'm just about to get off anyway and walk back up the road to home, where hopefully my cakes have cooled down, so I can put the cream in the middle and the jam. And yeah, I'd have finally baked the cake that I've been saying I was going to bake since I got up this morning. Come on then. He knows that this is the exit that we take. He knows this is the way home. Are we going home? Should we go home? Come on then. Not as fast as you, Charlie. Not nearly as fit as you. You ready for home? Right, I got back from a walk and Kev had already put the cream and strawberries and such in the cake. I'm just slicing it up for anybody that wants some. The fence has got its first load of paint on it. Kev's got achy shoulders in the process. I'd show you, but it's currently now dark. The hot tub finally reached the magic 40 degrees. Nobody wanted to go in it. I was actually quite surprised. Summer came home from work and went straight in the shower. I thought she'd have gone in the hot tub and then the shower. But no one seems interested. I mean, yeah, I know it's dark outside, but it's got a light inside it. You can turn the light on. But yeah, they've all had long days at work. All of the teenagers have done. Yeah, Summer's done all weekend. They've all done like 9+ hour days today. So they're all shattered and gone off to their pits, isn't it? What do we call it? Not their beds, their pits. I thought you were just like literally blanking me then. I thought you were helping me to give out cake. You weren't. You were just taking a slice for yourself.
I made it.
Oh no, I made it. You just put the cream inside it.
Not even getting a fork, Dad.
No, he's just literally shoveling it in. Is it nice?
That's alright. My cream nice. Who did the cream?
Who did the cream? Oh, you did the cream. I was out walking our dog. But anyway, Kev looks like he was being super rude then. He wasn't. He was just eating.
You said you sliced it. I thought you get a slice.
I was slicing it for all of the teenagers. Riley's still not feeling great, so not looking too positive that he'll go to school tomorrow. But I'm going to end the vlog here because I'm just doing the, you know, usual Sunday night things now, getting them all ready for school tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to bed. But I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you all very, very soon.